You're right, lads and lasses, JackOps here and welcome back to another video. In this video it's going to be a tutorial on how to disable adverts in your Android applications. This works for any Android device, phones, tablets, you name it. So first off, what you want to go ahead and do is make sure that you have an app that you want to disable your adverts on. So in this case I'm going to be using Music as an example. So here we go. This allows me, by the way, this app allows me to download music videos in audio format so you can potentially listen to music for free. So as you can see, I have an advert down here at the bottom, which is the only downside to this app, and I find it quite annoying and I want to disable it. So what you want to go ahead and do now is install an application called Lucky Patcher. So now there's two ways you can do this. Through one, another app called Aptowide, which I've covered in another video, or two, through the internet. Now I see myself as a decent person at teaching people tutorials, so I'm going to be doing it both ways. So first off, I'm going to be showing you how to do it through the internet. So go to Google, type in Lucky Patcher. I've already had it in my history there, as this is not my first attempt trying to make this tutorial. Here we go, we have ourselves our third result here. You have to press on a third, because this is the one that actually gets you directly towards the download application. Right, so Lucky Patcher, scroll down. Don't fall for them 4 buttons, chances are it's just like some dumb advert. Press this download Lucky Patcher. There we go, press OK. And wait for it to download. It could take a few seconds depending on your internet speed. And there we go, downloaded. So what you want to do from here is press install. And wait a few seconds for it to install. So be right back. Okay, so now that the app's installed, what you want to go ahead and do is press done. So now you'll probably want to know how to install it through Aptowide if you want to do it through that method. Now that method's a little bit more simple. So just go to Aptowide, wait for it to load, type in Lucky Patcher. Lucky Patcher. Go to the second result and basically, well, you see an open button here, but that's because I've already just installed it, because it's literally just showing you how to do it from the internet. Instead of this open button, you'll see an install button and you basically follow the same method as you did through the internet. So once you've done that, what you want to go ahead and do now is open your Lucky Patcher application. Go ahead and press it. And just wait a few minutes for it to load packages, as this is a newly installed application. So just wait a few minutes, I'll be right back. Okay, so now that that's done, by the way, that was quicker than expected. So anyway, what you want to go ahead and do now is select the app that you want to disable adverts on. So as I said, in my case, it's going to be this app called Music, where it says Google Adverts Found. So press on it and then you'll see like a list of options. Go to Open Menu of Patches, Create Modified APK File, and you'll see 5 options show up. Go ahead and press APK without Google Adverts. And you'll see even more options show up. You might not be able to understand what it means in the green text. It'll try to simplify it in the italic grey text. But basically all you want to do is press this option here where it says attempts to resize Google Adverts null to 0. Meaning it'll just try its best to completely remove the advert. Remove Google Play dependencies, as this doesn't really come off the App Store, doesn't rely on it, and Google Play is part of the reason why there's adverts on it. So what you want to go ahead and do now is press rebuild the app. However, before you do that, you want to go ahead and make sure that you've got all these ticked like I do here. Then press rebuild the app. And wait a few minutes. It may depend on the size of the app, but in my case, it's this app's big-ish, but like I said, it depends on the size of the app. So catch you in a bit. Right, party puppy, that's it, man, so taking this one away. Wicked. Okay, so once it's done that, you'll see this list come up saying a load of green text and a load of red text. Forget about the red text, where it says patch pattern N1 failed, N2 and so on. It doesn't really matter because the adverts have been disabled. Well, at least I hope they have, because they should have been disabled, as it says up here, success, removed and that. So what you want to go ahead and do now is press OK and go to where it says rebuild in the corner. Go to Lucky Patcher, Modified, and the app that you wanted to modify, so in my case it was music, and then it'll say like the file, the version name, and where it's and what the app's done to it. So in my case, it's been the ads have been removed. So now what you're going to go ahead and do now is press uninstall and install. This option like uninstalls the existing version of music with the adverts and installs the version of music without the adverts. So what you want to go ahead and do now is press yes. Do you want to uninstall this app? Yes. When installing, do you want to install an update for the existing application? Press install and wait a few seconds depending on the speed of your phone. Okay, so now that it says app installed, you're basically done. So you'll probably want me to show you proof that there's no adverts, and indeed I will. So go to your apps list, go to the app that you've wanted to remove the advert from. So like I said, in my case music. Wait for it to load. And there you go. As you can see, there's no advert at the bottom, and there's proof that this method works. Anyway, that's all I have time for today, lads and lasses. If you found this tutorial helpful, please be sure to like and subscribe. This is JackOps signing off.